Most people believe hard work is the answer. But if that were true, the hardest working people wouldn't be the most exhausted, anxious, and underpaid. They would be free. So why isn't that happening? This isn't a motivational video, and this isn't an excuse to quit trying. This is about understanding something most people never stop to question. Why effort on its own has almost no economic value, and why working harder often makes people poorer in ways they don't expect. From a young age, we're taught a simple equation: work hard, be responsible, and things will work out. This belief feels comforting because it suggests the system is fair, that effort is always rewarded, that suffering eventually pays off. But the economy doesn't reward effort, it rewards leverage, and most people are never taught the difference. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Effort is abundant. Millions of people are willing to work long hours. Millions are willing to sacrifice weekends, health, and peace of mind. Millions are willing to tolerate stress just to feel secure. When something is abundant, it becomes cheap. Hard work without leverage is easily replaceable. That doesn't make it immoral, it makes it economic. People like to believe income reflects merit, but income usually reflects something else. How difficult you are to replace, how much value your decisions scale, and how many people your work affects. Two people can work equally hard. One answers emails all day. The other makes one decision that affects 10,000 people. The effort might feel the same. The economic outcome is not. Here's where it gets dangerous. Hard work often creates a false sense of progress. You feel busy, you feel responsible, you feel like you're doing the right thing. So you don't question the structure you're inside of. You don't ask who owns the outcome of your work. You don't ask who benefits if you work faster. You don't ask what breaks if you stop. In many cases, the answer is never you. Hard workers are often the most exploited, not because they're weak, but because they're reliable. They solve problems instead of creating leverage. They absorb stress instead of redirecting it. They stabilize systems that do not reward them proportionally. Over time, responsibility replaces freedom, and responsibility without ownership is a quiet form of control. Modern culture worships productivity, but productivity is often used to avoid more uncomfortable questions. It's easier to optimize your calendar than to question your role. It's easier to work longer hours than to admit your effort isn't compounding. Busyness feels virtuous. Stillness forces clarity. Economic value usually comes from one of three things: leverage, scarcity, and ownership. Leverage means your work scales without you. Scarcity means few people can do what you do. Ownership means you benefit from outcomes, not just activity. Hard work can support these things, but without them, effort hits a ceiling. And most people are trained to never look up. If this idea feels unsettling, that's normal, because it threatens a belief that keeps many people going. The belief that endurance will be enough, that patience will eventually be rewarded, that sacrifice guarantees meaning. But systems don't care how much you sacrifice. They care what you control. This doesn't mean stop working hard. It means aim your effort differently. Effort should be used to increase leverage, to build ownership, to reduce replaceability, not to prove worth, not to earn permission, and not to justify exhaustion. Hard work isn't useless, but hard work without direction is. If effort alone created freedom, the most tired people would be the most powerful. They aren't. And once you see that, You stop glorifying exhaustion and start asking better questions. If this made you think, there's more to explore. Because most of what controls modern life is quiet, invisible, and rarely questioned. And understanding it is the first step toward choosing differently.